Yeah, Shane Reti as well is sort of now saying as well, we'll build something that's fit for purpose. And I was there during the election campaign because I was standing against Michael Woodhouse, and it
Yep.
was very specific that we were going to put back the things that Labour had taken out. And now what we see is this totally fabricated number of $3 billion.
Yeah, what is that
Um,
all about? Because you guys are saying, where's this number from? You guys are in the house. Us, those of us kind of morons out here just hearing you guys, we're like, well, yeah, we haven't heard either. How do we explain this? What are you guys thinking?
well, there's this report here,
Yep.
the Rust report that was done with the Infrastructure Commission, and it's an absolutely fine report. But what it says is it says some quite technical things about maybe the governance structure of the new build could change a bit, and maybe there are some risks that need to be considered some more. But then it says three things. It says, well, there's also these three issues that haven't been dealt with. One of them is the pathology lab. One of them is an extra 250 car parks, and what is and the third one is what happens with the existing hospital, so the old hospital.
Yep.
Does that have to be refurbished somehow? Does that get sold off to someone else? What do we do with that? And so they've saying, well, this could lead to a lot more money, but it might not as well, because of course most pathology labs are private already, so you can get private providers to pay for any additional buildings there. Car parking is often a private thing as well, and it's queried the need for 250 additional car parks to
So
what the
so hang on.
current
So that
will
so that
be.
$3 billion is based on what could happen if we paid for the pathology lab, if we paid for the parking, and if we refurbished the old hospital to do something with it. That's the $3 billion.
That
So in other
plus,
words, if they sold the old hospital to a developer who turned it into apartments for students, there'd be no cost there.
that's right. That's exactly right. And if somebody else did the car parks, then nothing there as well. And if the private pathology people did the private pathology, then nothing there either. So it's totally inflated the price.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the two buildings. So the two buildings are the inpatients building, which is the one where you showed the piles before, and the outpatients building. I don't know if you got any pictures of that, but that's the one that it looks like a building at the moment. The
It's
cladding
going
is
up day
on.
day by day by day. It seems to increase.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't actually finish until 2026, but it's there. It's a big building. And so when I was in the house, we had this urgent debate on Thursday, and Nicola Willis did the speech, and she was going on about how, oh well, it's the wrong place. The inpatients building, the one with the piles, it's the wrong place. It's a contaminated land. Uh, they
What?
they lost the Cadbury's factory, and they thought it was magical that they could turn the old Cadbury's factory into the inpatients building, is what she said. And they seem obsessed with the word magic at the moment, the National Party, because Chris Bishop talks about that magical money tree, which they seem to have for tax cuts for landlords and tunnels in Wellington, but not for hospitals. But this report, the Rust report, it doesn't talk about it being the wrong site at all. So I was listening to her speech thinking, oh my God, they're going to move the inpatients building to some other part of Dunedin, or they're going to try
Oh.
and retrofit the existing hospital, which everybody said is an impossible thing to do. And if you're not from
National said
Dunedin,
that
there's
was
lots of bills.
impossible.
Yeah, yeah. And so, but in fact, that's not what the report says at all. So they're just trying to conflate everything into this was madness that Labour ever said that the hospital should be built in this place, which happens to be an old chocolate factory. Um, Even though it's right in the centre of town, it's next to the existing hospital, it's next to where the hospital, one of the two hospital buildings has already been built, and it's next to the university and the Polytech. Really important here because this is a training hospital.